Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for a new book from DC Comics. This is Suicide Squad Kill, Arkham Asylum, #1. This is the official prequel to the video game. So let's take a look at the creative team before we really dive into this book. This book is written by John Layman with art by Jesus Hervas, colors by David Baron, and letters by AndWorld Design. Of course, some really cool variants, so stay tuned for the end of the video for that. I guess the first thing I will address is there are no spoilers for the game on this issue. This all takes place prior to. It's going to be a 5-issue miniseries. I've already talked about how I feel about all the spoilers floating around. I've also started playing the game. I'm not very good at video games, so it's hard for me to judge. But I think once I get a few more hours into it, I'll do a full review on the channel. But in this issue, things are going to get messy in this prequel to ROCKSTEADY'S Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League video game. Before the Suicide Squad sets their sights on the corrupted Justice League in the upcoming video game that is already out, the Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League. Join us for this thrilling prequel and witness them kill Arkham Asylum. Amanda Waller has taken control of the recently rebuilt Arkham, and her brutal tactics and merciless methods have led to the most secure asylum Gotham has ever known. But when the cell doors open and the inmates are left for a free-for-all deathmatch, Waller's true intention revealed themselves. Identify the strongest, smartest, and most brutal to serve on the Task Force X. Now, I do want to read this other thing because it doesn't really relate to the story, but each print issue will include a redeemable code for a bonus token for the game that inspired the comic. You can also get the new Mr. Sass digital doll with issue #1. And also paying subscribers to the DC Universe Infinite annual or ultra subscription in the US only who read digital issues of this will also receive a digital bonus. So, great marketing by DC, because if you want free stuff, you gotta spend a little money. I'm already an Ultra member, so hopefully I'll check that out. I don't know if this comic is released day of on the Ultra app. Stay tuned. I'll probably make a short video about that tomorrow, or when the video is out, or when the issue's out. But yeah, that's pretty cool that you get a digital code for some stuff. I love getting stuff from the game. So, all right. The other thing I wanted to address, this comic specifically tells you this happens after the events of Batman, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight. Now, spoilers for those games. I believed that at the end of those games, Batman died. Now, I know it's kind of left up there nebulous, but obviously this comic confirms that Batman is not dead, at least as of the end of those games. So very interesting that they kind of went back and maybe either retcon or clarified some stuff in a comic that's a prequel to their game. So this is all very interesting if you're a big continuity nerd. But so let's talk about this actual book before we get into it. So I love the characterizations of the Suicide Squad here, and also Amanda Waller. She's just a badass. I kind of like that in this issue. Batman is kind of put on the background. He's not the main character because this is a Suicide Squad book. Although Batman is there, this is kind of how you get the reveal, or I guess this is kind of how you get the confirmation that the Batman from the Rocksteady games is not dead, because he's here, and of course he's in the game. So really interesting that they kind of chose to do all that. But I think John Layman just tells a very cool story. I really like, specifically, one of my favorite characters in this is King Shark. I really like this characterization of him. I hope they use this for the comics whenever they bring him back. He's, unlike the movie, he's very knowledgeable. He's very smart. He really addresses the fact that he's descendant from gods. So it's very cool. And of course, we get to see Batman doing really cool stuff in Arkham too. So, I don't know what else you could ask for. Harley Quinn being unhinged, Captain Boomerang being a deranged psychopath, and of course, Deadshot just being the coolest guy in Arkham. So let's take a look at some of the preview art here. You can see here very cool redesign of Arkham for this comic. And like I mentioned, I love the design of King Shark here. We see Killer Croc dropping in with Batman, and this is the first time we see Batman really in that continuity since the end of those games, right? If you haven't played the game, and I like his suit. I like the redesign as well. I also really like this characterization and this approach to Amanda Waller, that she's never been afraid, like no matter how menacing Batman is, and it's just really cool stuff. I love all the little Easter eggs of like who is left here. There's a lot of editors notes because they really want to push you back to the video games, which I think it's very smart as marketing wise. Uh, and then you just kind of get into it. You get to see here, you get to see the full Suicide Squad. I love these little panels. You'll see, I blow them up in the next page, but just look at all the little Easter eggs and everybody that's kind of hidden in these details. Like who is currently at Arkham? Who did these guys have to beat to eventually make it onto the Suicide Squad? Very cool stuff. And as I mentioned, I just really love their mugshots. So I just really love their mugshots, and I just really wanted to put them here so everybody could see them. Of course, like I said, King Shark is like this. I don't know why he's eating the sign if he's like he's really like smart when it comes to the game. And yeah, Harley, where the rat come from? Why is Deadshot still wearing his suit? Like just crazy stuff. I don't know. I had a lot of fun with this book, and I think specifically if we're gonna get some loot and if it's gonna be on the DC Infinite app, like I can't wait to read this on monthly basis or whenever this is done. I'm sure they've been working on this book for a long time to try to coincide with the game. So very excited to kind of keep going. So like I said, stay tuned. I'll be playing the game. I'm doing some streams. We actually have, and please be cool. I'm not very good at games. I am actually pretty bad at games. So, but I do love playing online, and we have some of those streams on the channel. So stay tuned for that. If you have read this book, let me know what you thought about it. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.